ठीक है. Good morning, children. Today we'll do again a little bit about the moment of force and equilibrium also. Okay. Now, first of all, the factors affecting moment of a force. Moment of a force is also known as torque. Okay. This is equal to the product of force applied and perpendicular distance of the line of action of the force to the fixed point or fixed axis. Okay, distance from the fixed axis, perpendicular distance from the fixed axis to the applied force, that is line of action of the force. It means moment of force is equal to force applied into perpendicular distance from the fixed position. Now, if force will increase, so then what happened? The moment of force will also increase. This is also known as torque. If distance will be increased, so then also what happened? The moment of force or torque will increase. Just one example I am giving you. Say this is a door, and these are the hinges. It is fixed with the wall or frame of the door, and there is the handle to open the door. Now this will be the perpendicular distance. If we apply force over here on the handle, so then we can open it. So door will rotate in this way. Yes. Now, if say handle is here, now this distance is less than the previous one. This distance is less than the previous one. So therefore, we must apply more force. Gradually, if we will go close to the fixed point or fixed axis or the hinges, we have to increase the force. As soon as we reached the end of the door, say we are applying force on the end of the door on the hinges. Whatever force will apply, it will not rotate, it will not open. It means now distance is 0. So that what happened? Moment of force or torque is 0. Now, what we got from this? If we will increase the distance of applied force from the fixed point or fixed axis of rotation, then we have to apply less force. By applying less force, we can increase the moment of force or torque. Just one example. For opening or loosening the nuts, okay, we are using wrench or spanner. Spanner having long handle. If we will make a spanner very small handle, so then we cannot open the nut or loosen the nut. So therefore, we are making the handle of the spanner or wrench little longer, so that we will apply less force. By applying less force, we can lose the nut. Similarly, in case of what happened, jack screw, car jack and all, we are using long handle to lift heavy load, what? car. To less or lesser, by applying lesser force, we can lift a heavy car. Now next we have done, that is equilibrium. Equilibrium. Another thing also, if we will apply force and the distance, perpendicular distance taken, both are parallel, then also what happen? The moment of force or torque will be 0. Now equilibrium, as we told, what happened? What is equilibrium? When there are a number of forces acting on a body, produce no change in its state of rest or in linear motion or the rotational motion. As it was, it will be in that only. There are so many forces acting on the body. If body was in rest, the body will be at rest. If it is moving in linear motion, then it is in same speed, same motion it will move. Okay, if body is rotating about an axis or point, okay, it will rotate in this way only. There is no change in its rest position, linear motion position or the rotation. So such type of state of body is known as equilibrium. Now we are saying two types of here, that is, we are saying about rest and another is motion, linear motion and rotational motion, both are motion. So therefore in this way there are two types of equilibrium then: static equilibrium, static equilibrium. So static equilibrium is what? When number of forces acting on a body, it is not changing its state of rest. Okay, when a body remains at rest after application of number of forces on it. Just one example I am giving you. A body is kept on a tabletop. We are applying force in this direction F, in this direction F. So both forces are equal and opposite, so that the resultant force on the body is what? 0. Or horizontal force acting, resultant horizontal force acting on the body is 0. We can apply force in this way also. Again, both are equal and opposite. Other case, a body is kept on the tabletop, then weight of body will work vertically downward and the reaction force will work vertically upward. In this case also body will be at rest because two forces are equal and opposite. Now, there are so many examples are there. Yes. Next is dynamic equilibrium. Dynamic equilibrium. So dynamic equilibrium, when a body remains in its same state of motion, that is translational, that is linear motion or rotational motion, under the influence of, under the action of several forces, is known as dynamic equilibrium. So therefore two types of equilibrium I am telling you: static equilibrium and dynamic equilibrium. Number of forces acting on the body? Body remains in its what? Linear motion as well as in rotational or in rotational motion. Some examples I am giving you. Say raindrops are falling with a constant speed. So when speed will be constant, say it is raindrop. When it is falling downward, okay, so then its weight will work vertically downward, and upthrust will work vertically upward. Upthrust due to the displacement of air. How much air is displaced by the liquid drop or water drop? By that force only it will be given upward. Now another force is friction with the air, that is frictional force due to air, or viscosity we can say this one. In higher classes you will do, that is frictional force due to air or viscosity will be upward because drop is falling downward. Okay, this force is constant, this one is constant, only this one will change. So gradually what happened, the sum of these two, when sum of these two upthrust and frictional force will be equal to the weight of the liquid drop or water drop, so then what happened? No force will act on this. Resultant force will be 0. The drop will fall with constant speed or constant velocity. Okay, so here this is known as dynamic equilibrium.